Hey, what's up DIYers? Mike Borders with the Mike Borders channel. Thank you for watching. In the event that water coming out of your RO faucet is trickling, spurting, or just coming out slow, a few things can cause this. Hopefully we can help you. All right, DIYers, in the kitchen now, and to the right of the main faucet there is our reverse osmosis faucet. Nothing fancy, it's a GE model. And in the event that your system is not filling with water, again, we are going to talk about a couple common causes, and I'm gonna turn on my little bookmark flashlight here. Little extra light down below, and as you can see on the far left, we've got our storage tank. That's the clean water that we drink out of the faucet up above. On the right hand side, all the lines feeding into the filter case, and starting with the top filter, that is our pre-filter. The middle is the membrane, and down below that is your post filter. And basically the most common cause is dirty filters, or filters that have not been changed in the timely manner that they were supposed to be. And most manufacturers with RO systems gauge about 6 months with the pre-filter and post filter, and in the middle the membrane once a year or annually. So if it's been maybe 2 to 3 years and you have not replaced those filters and membrane, chances are your tank is not filling up with water because your filters are too clogged, and it will not do it until you change the filters. And with that said, scrolling above is a link on how to replace these filters. Again, the pre-filter, membrane, and post filter. Definitely check it out. And the second common cause, actually coming back here, that red line feeding down below, that is your flow restrictor, and that manages the flow of water out of your filtration case and up to your faucet. And unfortunately, if you don't replace that when you replace the filters, chances are maybe a few months after you replace the filters, the flow restrictor will go bad and cause degraded performance to your system, meaning not filling up your tank, and that's not good. So all manufacturers definitely recommend, as well as most of our DIYers, in the event that you are replacing your filters, definitely replace your flow restrictor. It only costs about $4 in most cases. So why not do it when the system is completely empty and you've got all the filters out? It's a great time to replace that flow restrictor. And for your convenience, we will post a link down below in the comment section as well as the description section on how to properly and safely replace your flow restrictor. Definitely check that out. And the third one, let's talk about the storage tank. In the event that your storage tank has too much PSI in it or too much pressure, it will overpower the entire system. And most RO tanks have a standard PSI limit or recommendation by the manufacturers between 5 and 7 PSI, and that is when the tank is completely empty. So with that said, in the event that you are doing some friendly maintenance to your RO system and the tank is completely empty, grab a gauge and see what the PSI rating is. In the event that it's more than 7 PSI, for example, maybe 10, 11, or 12, and again, the tank is empty, that is not normal and dangerous to the system, because empty, it should only be about 5 to 7 PSI max. And once that tank is filled with water, it really shouldn't be much more than 12. And if it is, unfortunately, your tank will overpower, again, the entire system. And your filtration case and all the lines won't have enough pressure and strength to feed the power up through the water line and into the tank. And I've talked about it in other videos. A common example would be the PSI in a tire. In the event that you've got maybe 15 to 20 PSI in a tire and you're trying to bring the PSI in the tire up to, I don't know, maybe 30 to 32. However, your compressor only has about 15 to 20 PSI. Well, it's not strong enough to push air into the tire, so it is not going to work. So definitely keep that in mind. Again, we are going to do some maintenance to this system. In the event that your tank is empty and it's between 5 and 7 PSI, you change the filters, you change the flow restrictor, and then you wait 2 to 3 hours to allow your system to pressurize, and still water is not making it to the tank. At this point, you may have what's called a waterlogged tank, and what you'll need to do is close the shutoff valve, cut all water to the system, basically go up top, drain your entire system, and once it's completely empty, come back down below, disconnect the water line from the tank. At that point, take the tank outside, hook a bicycle pump up to it, and continue pumping any and all remaining water out of it. And once you get everything out, basically start at 0. Bring it back up to 5 to 7 PSI, put it back in, and allow the system to repressurize by opening the shutoff valve and letting the system do its job as designed. And that's it. Just wanted to talk about a few common causes that could lead to what you are experiencing. And in addition, scrolling above is a video on doing basically what we just talked about. So definitely check that out. You may find that helpful as well. From here, do us a favor, below the video, you will see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely ring your YouTube bell. That would be very helpful to us. We would really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching.